My name is Karen Archable. I was born and raised in St. Louis, Missouri, and lived there most of my life until now. I've been a follower of Christ for most of my life. As a small child, my grandmother used to take us to church, and so I knew about having a relationship with Jesus Christ. I went to Sunday school and was introduced to that relationship and was taught in the home. And at the age of 7, I decided to give my life to Christ, and I went forth during a Wednesday night revival when they had the mourner's bench, and was very afraid because I was afraid of drowning. And so that's where my official walk with Christ began. I have been a disciple of St. Paul since January the 7th, I believe it is. What drew me here was an opportunity to become a part of the staff here at St. Paul as church administrator. I interviewed for the position last year and was given the opportunity to come and serve here, and that's what drew me. But that was the physical manifestation, but I know it was God, because I feel that God was leading me to a new place of ministry. Yes, I am extremely thankful to God for how He has used people in my life to bring me to this point in my life. I look back to last year around this time when I heard about the position of church administrator being open and applied. And during that period of time, right after I was offered the position, I was preparing to relocate to Charlotte, was doing all of the things that one would do as far as getting my final checkups and everything so that I would be good to go when I came, and I knew all my doctors in St. Louis. And so I had my final checkups, and lo and behold, I had to come back for a second evaluation when I had my mammogram. And then they said they wanted me to come back again. And this startled me a little because it had happened before, because I have a family high risk of breast cancer. But this time it was different than the times before, in that I was diagnosed with stage 0 breast cancer. This was, by human standards, the worst timing. What was going to happen? I had just been offered a position here in Charlotte, and how was this going to work out? Would I even be wanted here with my physical condition at the moment? And so I prayed, and I remained calm, but I didn't quite understand God's timing. And but God, in each stage of what I had to go through, He showed me that He was with me, that He would never leave me nor forsake me. He allowed me to have surgery on a Friday and return to work on Monday. He allowed me to go through radiation twice a day and still continue to work. And so basically my experience, though it was one of deep concern for my health and for my future, it was one where I saw God guiding me. He allowed the special equipment of MRI guided radiation to be in the city that I lived, which there are only 2 or 3 of them in the whole world, which sped up my my process of I can't think of the word. My treatment process, and so in that I had started working for St. Paul while I was going through my treatment in St. Louis, and as I talked to some of the staff here, they would ask me, when are you coming? When are you coming? How soon is it gonna be? And at the times that they were asking, I didn't quite know, because I didn't know what my course of treatment was going to be. But I was comforted in the fact that Pastor said, you take care of yourself and everything will be okay when you get here. And so I thank God for using him to bring that ease where I didn't have to worry about was I going to have a job, because I had already submitted my letter of resignation from my previous job. And so that was a time in my life where God was blessing me, but he was also taking me through to trust him to even get to the blessing. And so I thank God for that, and I thank him for keeping me, and I thank him for all of the people that he placed in my life to be a blessing for me, because at the same time, I was packing, I was getting ready to relocate, and so all of this was a strain as far as trying to get to Charlotte. And so I just thank God for working all of those details out in my life.